Hello? Hello? Oh, I think I got it. Hello? God damn it. Hello? Okay. Probably turn up a little bit. Hello? I think that's good. I don't know why, I just felt like playing a little bit of Minecraft. I haven't played it for a while. Lucky to see 3 and play 2. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we found the water fortress. Got a couple villagers here and there. Efficiency 1. And we got farming. That's librarian. Ooh, Frostal. I forgot about that. Efficiency 3? There. Name tags. Got my protection 2, unbreaking 2. Done piece. This is my place, by the way. Don't have one here. Luck is a C3. That's how I got my bow. I know. Like, literally, it's the same person. 21, one book for Luck is a C3, and then you got one that costs 43, one book to get that. And Blast Protection 2, which I don't really care for. Yeah. I'll show you around. I'm pretty sure this is my first time actually live streaming this. This Elemental Kings Mark II. Yeah. Got my Ender Chest here. Yes, we can do the Wither. My Fortune 2, got my Efficiency 2. We'll be combining those at a later date. I don't remember if I have another yet. I do remember I need to upgrade that to make it hidden. Got my ores, brewing, miscellaneous, ores, brewing, miscellaneous. I try to do these meats, plants. What else? Oh, tools and armor. What? I know we went to the Nether because the fortress is where it was the last time at the other place. So you got, what was that? Cobblestone, stone bricks. By the way, the best way to watch videos is through a headset or through a two-thing earbuds. So the earbuds that come with the PS4, they're okay, but it's only a one earpiece part, not two. Yeah. You got cobblestone, not very much, stone, and then you got some brick, you got wool, plus some coloring, you got dirt, you got sand, diorite, andesite, granite, some stuff, nether. And you got wood, which is jungle, acacia, spruce, and then wood, oak, dark oak, birch. Sorry about that. I put my bed in there. If you're figuring out, you can actually duplicate these pretty easily. I did a test version in my creative world, my test world or whatever you want to call it, and yeah. But it's rather simple. I actually have it written down somewhere. I think it's in my notes. For my banner, it's It's a black banner, white pure fez, black border, res base granite or gradient twice, light gray skull charge. I think it's a light gray skull charge, orange base indented. And then you can figure out by what it looks like, by what it is. We know where 2 libraries are here in the stronghold, and we know where the end portal is. Yeah. So you've seen my furnace room, you've seen my storage room. This is my brewing room, which they added freaking blaze powder to be mixed in with these, which I don't like. Yeah, see. Wait, really? Why? I find that retarded. Then you got my enchanting room. You got, yeah, my ones, my level 1s enchants, my level 2s enchants, my level 3s, and then my armor. My level 4s would be here, my level 5s would be here. And then this is what I need to actually start upgrading my stuff. So I'm waiting for another Unbreaking 1 book so I can make it into an Unbreaking 2 to make these into an Unbreaking 3. And then this, I'm waiting to get Fortune on it. Better Fortune. Power, efficiency, fortune. Not bad. Yeah, not bad. I was using that for a while. Looting 2, not bad. I think that's how I got a lot of my Wither Skulls. And you got, this is my sets of armor. My boots are finished, which is why they're here. But you got Protection 4 and Breaking 3, Death Strider 3, Feather Falling 3. These are my diamond boot sets. On occasion, I will be using Frostwalker. But yeah, Death Strider. What that is? Aspiration. Breaking. Yeah, but my diamond set, we're waiting to do that to. Well, both Colin and I are both waiting to finish our diamond sets until we face the Wither. And you got this way. Now, each level is going to be based off of the god. And you will be able to tell, I think by the ceiling, if I'm correct. Yes, the ceiling, because I'm the fire lord, fire king. Which is why I got a magma roof. And I think it's going to be water. Let's look at that next. So you got, now I will eventually make one level by the waterfall, but each king is going to have their own floor in my base. All of them is going to have the same roof here. The only difference is this flooring in here and this topper. Which, by the way, with I think Frostwalker 1, you will actually not catch on fire. I'm saving this for another king, because you can only have, I think it was 16 armor stands. So each king is going to have 16. And if you want to know why I didn't have one in that one, it's because of this. I already have my areas marked for my next one. Well, my next kings. And one of my things. And then way down at the bottom, you got my strip mine. Not bad. So you got a repairable pick. Yeah, I think I'm waiting for mending one for my diamond pick, mixed with a whole bunch of other stuff. Not a whole bunch, but a lot. I do apologize if I seem a little loud. This is a new mic. Just tell me I can turn it down a little bit. That's why I love Frostwalker. Turns water into ice. Now you can't run. You can only walk. Because you outrun how fast it goes. This is my decoy base. I still got a lot of stuff over here. Column base is over there, which is basically another decoy. Other one. Because if you only have one, it's more just like a regular chest. I'm pretty sure you can't run. No, it's not that you can't run, you just can't run and jump. And to the viewers that is either joining now or will be rewatching this later or watching this later, I actually have Horizon Zero Dawn, and once I actually beat it, I will be playing it, and I actually bought it. These are Michael's set. Got his armor and stuff. You got his furnace room. And he also has one of those. Got his chests and stuff. He smelts a lot of stone. How do you get him on? Hang on, guys. See if he answers. Hey, wanna play some Minecraft?
I'm busy with the.
What are you doing?
Putting groceries away.
Afterwards?
Yeah, not a good time. Star Trek is on a massive release this week.
Oh, is that what the update was for?
Yeah, they released a whole new season in there. Whole new reputation packages, new missions, new faction to play, new research and development, new ships, new longbows. So yeah, they expanded the Alpha Quadrant, made it bigger. So yeah, we're putting stuff we've been picking up Tuesday.
Did I tell you I got a new headset, Michael?
So what?
Did I tell you I got a new headset?
You did?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really awesome. It was $45.
Yeah, I wanted to be on my own stuff to have it on sale because I needed some.
Mm-hmm.
So I also picked myself up in a leaf controller. That was nice. Should have done that years ago. I know how nice the leaf controller works. Shit. I heard how nice it works. But I didn't know.
Yeah, but the headset that I have, it's really nice. Like the actual ear parts, they can actually detach from the actual headband part.
Oh, that's nice.
And the actual microphone, it also detaches from the actual ear part.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. I find it amazing.
Yeah. That's why I like the Elite controller because it has so much functionality. With me being able to swap out the D-pad, the analog stick, having the paddles on the underside of the controller that I can swap out. The programmability in there so I can make the trigger a hair trigger or not. So, the fact that I can program the controller and tell it what buttons I want to make them. If I want to swap it around and make the jump button an A button instead of a B button, I can. Alright. Boy! Stop! Stop making noise! Jesus.
So what are you thinking, like later today maybe?
I don't know. See, I was thinking up pretty heavily last night. I didn't be on as late as I did. But as soon as I jump off, another fleet jumps in with me to hit me up and wants me to play with them. Being a member of 3 different fleets and it's different matches. Because it's 3 different times. Once I get ready to jump off,
knockback.
the other fleet members are jumping on. Yo, let's do this. I'm like, yeah. So, and I got new members like just joined up last night. So I gotta train new members that just started playing the game again. So that way they can see that I'm on and I'm in there to train them. But I don't want to sit there and invite new people to the fleet and just disappear on them so they can't see me. So it's possible tonight, but I honestly, I don't know. I really don't. Like, if everyone jumps off on me and they disappear on me early on, then yeah, it's a good possibility. But if they keep me busy all night, then I don't know for sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot my bow had it. Doesn't it also have a 50? No.
And I picked Charlie Brown up and now he's got a harness that combat style harness with the pouches that attach to the side. So that way I can actually put the different attachments on there for him. So he can hold the different military pouches. And actually help me out when I'm going to my patients or my clients' houses and doing nail trims or bandage changes or anything like that, or ear cleaning.
Oh, so yesterday for my second school classes, we had to do interviews, like business interviews, like in the actual school. Whoa!
How many people bombed out and asked illegal questions?
What?
How many people messed up and asked illegal questions?
What do you mean illegal question?
Questions that you can't ask on a job interview.
I don't know. Well, it was actual business people, but what questions are you talking about?
How many kids do you have? What religion are you?
Not,
What church do you go to?
none that I'm aware of. I mean, the two people I had that interviewed me, neither one of them did. I asked them, but that's it. They didn't ask me about any of that stuff.
Whether or not you were married. Stuff unrelated to the work, stuff like that. You know, your favorite sports team.
Now, when I brought up video games, then they said something. Does that count? Because they asked me, well, I think they both asked me what I do in my free time.
Well, they asked what you do in your free time and stuff like that. Yeah, video games. They ask what you do in your downtime. That's allowed. They're trying to find out whether or not you have a viable stress relieving. Because as you work in a high stress environment, if you don't have a way to burn off stress, then it could be a bad thing for you. But at the same time, you can't specifically ask them, do you have a means or a way to burn off stress or anything like that? You know, do you have a stress outlet? You know, because not everyone has what they might call a stress outlet. It might be something that they do in their off time that relieves stress, but they may not see it as stress relief or reliever or stress outlet. It's just something they do because they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I said video games and exercise like every so often, so they didn't think that I was completely lazy. And then the actual male, which is a big prosecutor.
A lot of the questions you're going to hear in professional interviews are going to be things like, what are 3 weaknesses that you have?
They only asked one.
What are three?
Both of my interviews, they only asked for like one weakness and one strength.
Yeah. And they may sit there and ask you professional interview. Name an instance where you had a conflict with an employee where you had to
Boss or manager. And I was like, laid back, but that question is how I answered for what is your favorite.
Well, the key thing is when they sit there and ask you for your strengths and weaknesses, when you list your weaknesses, it's important for them to list your weakness and then finish it off by how you're trying to make yourself better at your weakness.
Mm-hmm. Well, with the female...
Mine is I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I try to take on a little bit more than I need to, because I feel that I need to do better than the rest of the people in the company. And
well, some interviewers won't look at that as a weakness. Like, my teacher actually said don't say anything about being, like, a perfectionist or anything like that, because that's not truly a weakness.
It can be a weakness.
I'm not saying it can't.
Much time on a task at hand that you need to do, it can be a weakness.
Like, I'm not saying it can't, but that's what my teacher said not to do, because some interviewers won't look at that as an actual weakness.
It's all on how you present.
Yeah. But what I said for the female one, who is in the medical field, like when she asked, I said, like before she even gave me the question, I was like, I was answering a different question. I was like, yeah, I used to like have like anger problems, and I got through it over time, and like worked at it and all that, and I've pretty much gotten through it and all that. And like, because both my male, like the male side of my dad's family, they all have anger issues, and then my mom is bipolar. And I was like, yeah, but with my dad's side, like with them having anger issues, they've gone through life and they have learned tricks and all that, and they've taught me some. And just by me going through life, I also learned some tricks of my own.
Yeah.
So she didn't really ask one about my weaknesses, but she did ask about a strength. I don't remember what I said for the strength though. Yeah, but I thought I did extremely well on hers. Now, given, I did not look the part at all. Alright, when in the hell did I lose that? Hang on. I thought I did extremely well on hers. Now, given, I did not look the part at all. Does that count?
Does what count?
Hang on.
Well, I think they both asked me what I do in my free time.
I'm trying to remember where I dropped my sword. Yeah, I lost my sword and I don't remember where it is.
Not bad.
Well, with the female, look at that as weakness. Like, my teacher actually said, don't. Yeah, but. Well, I said. I was answering a different question. I was like, yeah, I used to, like, have, like, anger problems, and I got through it, over, with them. We've talked some tricks, one about weaknesses, but she did ask about age.
What was that about your use detection?
Hang on. So it was most of the way back, actually. Well, most of the way there. It's probably at the freaking bottom of the ocean. I hate it when I lose stuff. I lost my sword. Oh yeah, and my actual headset, like the freaking ear part is so soft because it's like a foam, and like it's like extremely soft.
Yeah, well, I went with a different style. I went with like the audiophile style headset, the floating one, to try those out. You know, where they have the metal bars going overhead, you got the strap going in between.
Mm-hmm.
These and stuff like that that are lit up, they're nice, and they work really well. And I found out the one that I got, I thought I had to have plugged into the USB port because they'll work on all my systems like my old one. Then I have one for the computer that's straight USB that works beautiful for that one. I thought the one I got for all of them had to be plugged into the USB. I found out it does not. Because I was trying to unplug it to untangle the cord while I still had it plugged into the controller, and found out I could still, for them, they could awesome, dude. So, like, this is great.
Well, with my actual headset, whenever I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn, like, the animals that are on my left, I can actually hear them on my left, and vice versa for them being on my right. I find that amazing.
Yeah, I got that one surround sound ones I love.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy Nacho is sending me a free set of Turtle Beaches. So, because since he's a pro gamer, he's got to deal with them where he gets free headsets from them periodically, and when he does, like, okay, shit. Like, yep, and it'll send them to people on the Steam, and since people on the Steam basically already have a set, it's like, okay, I already got my set still working. It's like, I guess you want a set? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, okay.
I mean, if they're free, I mean, try to see if you can send one my way.
I'm like,
Holy shit.
They're the Pro X50s or whatever the hell they are. So I'm like, they're better than the ones that I had before. So, I mean, they should be something like $100 pair at Turtle Beach.
God damn it.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm like, I was playing a little bit of Neverwinter the other day with them, trying to get my character leveled up over on Neverwinter. He's trying to get me to play For Honor with him on the Xbox One. He loves For Honor. That's his fucking his shit.
Yeah, I love Horizon Zero Dawn. That game is awesome. I have just about, like, I went to all the stuff for them, and I can override every single animal on there. Except for the corrupted animals. Well, those you just can't actually override in general. Because the override on the corrupted robot animals is impossible. But all the animals I can corrupt, that I can override, I can, like, I have it unlocked. Oh shit. I'm just saying, more zombies.
Yeah, the Infinite Warfare was kind of fun with the story mode.
And not the rotten flesh. Not the rotten flesh. I'm saying if the, like, baby zombies at least, if they hit you, you can actually get, it's either hunger pains or poison. I think it's poison. No, I think it's hunger pains or something. Like,
It happened several updates ago.
well, I haven't been playing it.
I thought I was going to find that stuff, but it might have been when I wasn't. Excuse me, it's Dan calling.
What? I think it said something about someone calling. Ooh, witch. Well, if I end up... Well,
You were telling me not to get naked. You were reading grocery home.
yeah, but they added a new skin for zombies, so there's like 2 different skins now. So yeah. That's all I've seen so far.
What in your butt, bitch?
Well, what in your butt?
That's right, what in your butt?
Hey, Michael. So, if someone pays you to suck your dick, is that gay?
The bigger question is, would that be considered prostitution?
Well, I mean, they're not having sexual intercourse. They're just getting a blowjob.
Technically, it counts. It counts.
As being gay?
No. It's sexual intercourse. Oral sex is still considered sex. It may not be penetrative, but they'll still arrest your ass for having oral sex with a fucking prostitute just as much as they will for having fucking intercourse with them.
It's like, officer, you only want to see what my dick tastes like.
I'm like, my dog does it all the time. I just thought it might taste good.
So, let me get this straight. Paying for sex is illegal, but just having regular sex is not. How does that make sense?
Well, having regular sex is illegal too if you do it in a public place.
Well, I'm not saying in a public place.
It's even illegal if you do it in your house by a window where people can see you.
Well, that's just nudity in general. Depending on where you live.
Yeah, depending on the laws of the area.
In a majority of the places, you cannot be naked.
How the hell do you go let some fucking screwed motherfuckers determine what's proper and stuff like that to be?
Yeah, honestly, I think if you're inside your house, doesn't matter where you are, but if you're inside your house, it should not count as public nudity or public indecency. It should not count for either. Because you're not in public, you're in your house. Now, if you're out, like, outside in your yard or something, then maybe.
Well, if you have a privacy fence, I would still think that. I mean, in your backyard with a privacy fence around you, I think that still is okay. Because if you have things up to try to give you a modicum of privacy, and people can still see you even though you try to make it private.
Now, the only downside with that is.
Okay.
Now, the only downside with that, Michael, I can see is like the satellites and stuff, them taking pictures. That's the only downside I see with that.
Well, what about the drone?
Drones as well, but satellite drones and all that. That is the only downside I can see with that. I'm literally just running around doing nothing. I'm playing Minecraft doing nothing.
That's typically what happens.
Yeah. Well, it's my first time, I think, actually live streaming the Elemental Kings World. At least the newer version. With my underground base and all that. And your mountain base with tower in front. By the way, I leveled this off, people. Just telling you. It does suck not having mending on my sword, though. Because mending is so fun to use. Although, going into the nether, the pickaxe comes real handy. Because in the nether, doing quartz is... Yeah, it's kind of worth doing quartz at that point. Because they offer a lot of extra. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
I have an Unbreaking 2 bow. Do you want it?
Well, that's a nice one. If you ain't using it, then sure. But I don't know what I'm going to be over on that side of the world next.
That side?
Well, yeah, the PlayStation side.
Yeah. Well, hopefully later today. Now, I do have prom tomorrow, so I will not be on.
That's okay, I gotta work tomorrow.
Like all day or just the morning? Or just the evening?
That's pretty much from around noon until 7.
Oh yeah, the actual clock on the wall actually works.
Well, that's good. That's what a clock's supposed to do, is work.
Well, we figured out that you can't be in the crafting menu anymore with it. Sheep, got some pigs.